So, as I said, 2019 Grand Design Imagine. This is, I don't know if you can get a shot down the slide here. My lovely assistant, Debbie White. 36 and a half foot travel trailer. It is an ultralight, 7,070 pounds dry weight. It's got aluminum cage construction on the inner walls, and then it's vacuum bonded laminated fiberglass, so it's an ultralight trailer. We purposely chose to do just one slide room. Debbie really wanted the flexibility of having the entire awning on the other side available for us. So this is the business side of the trailer with all the gray water and hookups and so forth. It comes pre-wired for solar, wired for a Furrion solar system. We've not made that purchase. We're still debating that. This thing's long enough that we'll likely be having it sort of on the grid in developed trailer parks, campgrounds, that kind of stuff. This thing really won't travel up a dirt road very well, I don't think. So one of the things we really liked about this when we bought it is this pass-through storage here. We camped, broke camp this morning, kind of threw our gear in here in a hurry, but there's a lot of room in here. This storage, you could sleep a couple kids in here if you had to, but this gives us a lot of flexibility. We really do appreciate that. One thing that we had the RV dealer do for us when we bought the trailer is we had them install this little awning that is hooked up to the slide room here. It comes out with the slide room to keep leaves and pine needles and debris and rain off the top of the slide room, and of course retracts when the slide goes back in. So that's pretty handy. This is also equipped with a black tank flush, which is cool. The older trailers, you have to sort of get this wand, hook it up, put it down the toilet, and kind of wash off the sides of the black tank to get everything out of there. This is designed just to hook up a hose, and it'll do that thing for you. So let's move around the trailer. So it came with twin 20-pound tanks in the tank cover and an electric jack, which is pretty nice. You don't have to crank your arm off while you're doing that. This is just a pretty, one of the little features, and I don't know if it'll show up on the video or not, but it's got these cool little LED lights on the front, so makes it kind of neat in the campground. It illuminates all the pollen that's on the front of the trailer right now. So moving around here to the other side, and just kind of look down the side of the trailer, you can see this awning here, which, by the way, doesn't play well with the rain gutter on the garage. It's just a thing. 21-foot awning, and not having a slide on this side, as I said, lets us use that whole space. So that's pretty nice. Doors on both sides of the pass-through awning. It actually has motion detector lights in here. I had this one off, but on either side there are actually outlets in here too, so you can use this. It's very flexible for a lot of different things. So Grand Design is known for their little touches and quality. One of the things that they've done, this has got a magnetic holdback, but it's got a friction hinge door, so it doesn't want to blow in the wind. It'd take a pretty stiff breeze just to blow that open or blow it shut. So that's kind of a nice little design feature. Another one is these aluminum steps. So many of the fold-up steps on RVs are mild steel. They're just painted. They'll rust after time, and they also are just a couple of runners. These are nice broad flat steps. They fold up very nicely. It doesn't take a lot to work them here, so it's a pretty nice little setup. And of course the handle that folds up against the door while you're traveling to keep the door from flying open if you've forgotten to lock it or haven't latched it very well. The trailer on the outside here has a couple of speakers. Those speakers, you can set your radio inside to play just through those speakers, through the inside speakers, or both. It's kind of cool. They have little LEDs inside them too that light up, as well as a LED strip light underneath the awning that I've got to do some work to, because again the gutter didn't like me. So external outlet here, which is pretty nice to have. This is a feature we didn't necessarily need, but it came with the trailer, and it's kind of cool. It's got the outdoor, they call it an outdoor kitchen, but it's really an outdoor cook station because there's no water or sink out here. But a little 2-burner cooktop, propane. This is hooked to the, there's a line running from the propane tanks in the front, so you don't have to hook up a separate bottle. And then a little tiny fridge here, so you can put your condiments and things, so you can kind of cook outside. A lot of these trailers have the big outdoor kitchens with the sink.
There's power
and the television built in, but this one doesn't. There's also power right here, so you plug in a blender, a coffee pot, or something, a toaster. I don't know whatever you'd want to plug in out here. So moving around the unit, we'll come to the back, and then we'll go inside. So there's a excuse me, a spray port here with a quick disconnect, little curly hose, just like an air hose, plugs in here, and you have fresh water availability instead of having the sink there. 6-gallon water heater, about an 18 per hour recovery rate. Runs on gas or electric or both. We've discovered, we pulled into the campsite and set up, you turn both the electric element and the gas burner on, and you've got 6 gallons of hot water in about 5 minutes. It's really pretty incredible. So one of the things that I definitely wanted, because you have to do maintenance to an RV roof quite a bit, get up and clean them and seal them and all that, is a walk-on roof. And so the roof structure of this unit is designed as a walk-on. It came with a ladder built onto the unit. I'm finding little places where it needs to be cleaned already. So, and the spare tire, of course. It does have, just like most RVs, the tube bumper. The cap pulls out. We keep the stinky slinky in there for dumping it. It's kind of a handy place. Some people have said that's not a good idea because it causes rust on the inside of the bumper. I don't know, we'll see. 50 amp hookup here. And this actually, there's a gray tank disposal back here. This has 2 gray tanks, one for the kitchen and then one for the bathroom more toward the front. So it'll hold quite a bit of gray water. You can camp in this unit if you fill up your tank ahead of time without city services for probably almost a week if you're conservative, and before you have to go down. Let's go around. Okay, so going in the trailer. So right here at the entry, you have the, this is actually a motion sensor light too, which is kind of a neat little feature. We had it off. But it's helpful if you're going in and out of the trailer at night in the campsite. Control center is right here. We have the awning control, the slide room, lights, and then here's where you can run the water heater on gas or electric. And then if you're not hooked up to city water with positive pressure, you turn your water pump on to use to pump water throughout the unit. So right here, if you'll swing around, Debbie, this is a Jensen CD, DVD, AM, FM stereo. Those are upgradable. Of course, you can get a Blu-ray or whatever. We just had the unit for a little while. We haven't decided what we're going to do there, if we're going to upgrade or whatever. But hooked right into the 40-inch TCL TV flat screen. It's not a smart TV, but then again, you really have to have some kind of Wi-Fi or network coverage to use the features in a smart TV, and I don't know that we'll head down that road. It does have a signal booster, though. It's pretty impressive. You can't put up an antenna on the roof of the house here and get local TV channels, but we turned this on, turned the signal booster on, and we got, I think it's 12, pulled in 12 channels, so that's actually kind of cool. It is all wired for either cable. Of course, some campgrounds have cable TV set up, or a lot of people get the mobile satellite dishes for satellite service. So it's all wired in for that if we wanted to do it. So I scouted this rig before Debbie ever saw it. Trent and I went and looked at it. And the first thing that I noticed when I walked in was the counter space here. And I don't know, I'm going to walk to the sink. I don't know if the video really accurately captures how much counter space there is. Hello.
Hi.
I'm down here.
Hi.
So lots and lots of counter space. More importantly, even in counter space, is the amount of storage. And Debbie can comment on that, but she just fell in love with the storage. She thought she wanted we were looking at a model, I think it was a 2970, that had 2 slide rooms and an island here in the kitchen. And she thought she wanted that, but when she realized the slide room would take up some of the awning, and then also when she saw this open floor space here, she just realized she didn't want the island kitchen because you can spread out here if you're doing a project. If you have grandkids in here playing, they've got room to hang out. Even if you wanted to throw down an air mattress at night, I suppose you could do that too. So one of the nice things that Grand Design does, these are the styles in these cabinets are solid wood, and they're 24-inch tall residential style cabinets. So many RVs, the cabinets are kind of eyebrow cabinets, and they only come down so far. These are a full 24-inch, and better than that, they're 14 inches deep. So you have lots of storage room here. And you can see the number of cabinets that surround us on the top here. Small little microwave. Of course, it doesn't work on battery power. You have to be plugged into shore power or a generator, sufficient size generator to run that. But it's pretty nice to have. We've got the hood range here, fan and light. 3-burner cooktop. Propane, of course. The glass top folds up into a backsplash, and then you have these 3 burners to access. Cool little lights. The nice thing too here is that you actually have an oven that you can it's functional. You can cook a pizza or make a rack of cookies or something like that. So not a full-size oven. You're not going to make a turkey for a family, but it's certainly enough for 2 people, which was the whole point here. More storage over on this side. We've got goods in here. This we took it out on one trip, so we've got just a scattering of things in here. It'll be fixed up, way better later. But storage below the fridge. We didn't get the dish, and I should ask them about that. Not that we have pets, but one of the selling points to this RV is this little drawer that slides out, and then there's a dog dish that fits, a pet dish, I should say, that fits in here for the food and water, so you don't have to leave it out, and you can shut it at night. But so storage underneath, tons and tons of storage, drawers and cabinets, all the way the length of the counter, just lots of storage. And again, that really sold Debbie on this trailer. So nice cutting board sink cover here, pull that away, nice stainless undermount sink, gooseneck faucet, little pull out sprayer, pretty darn handy to have. One of the things too that Grand Design did is they put task lighting along the cabinetry here, so that you can, in addition to the overhead lighting, you could have some additional task lighting, which was pretty thoughtful. It's all, of course, LED, so it doesn't consume a ton of power. Lots of windows in the unit, and operable shades. They all open in one fashion or another. They're all screened in, of course. But it's nice to, we did this at the campsite, opened up the blinds and had all the power off and just kind of lived in here in the sun. So in the slide room, you have more individual lights. They make this unit with a freestanding dinette. In other words, just a table and chairs. This was a lot model. It's 2019, and they're selling 2020s now. So we actually got a little bit of a deal because Grand Design has discontinued this floor plan. RV dealers or manufacturers do that all the time. They got a new hot thing that they want to do, so they'll discontinue a floor plan. It doesn't seem to be due to popularity. We belong to a Facebook group, Grand Design Imagine RV owners group, and people are still saying, hey, we just bought a 2850, and so we just kind of chat about that back and forth, and people are loving them. So this, of course, will make into a bed like most RVs. Again, more storage under both sides of the dinette, so that's pretty neat. You can sit at the dinette. You have a good view of the television here. Also, if you're sitting on this side, you can talk to the people that are sitting over here in the theater seating, or on this lovely little sofa here. So the theater seating, It has lights and heated massage, all kinds of goodies. That only works on the shore power. I don't have it plugged into power right now. We just got it on battery for the lights. I don't want to string the Anaconda because it's kind of hard to manage. But the thing lays back pretty darn far. It's pretty comfortable. Got a shot right here at the TV. On this side, there are actually a couple of USB chargers right here too. So that's kind of handy. Handy to have. The massage part of this is just more kind of like vibrations, but it's not a deep massage at all. But the heat works. Debbie and I were both sitting last night. I think we both fell asleep with the TV on and with the heat going and our little blankets over us, and it was a geriatric party. So this couch makes into a bed. So you take off the cushions, and you flip this out, and flip this out, and then put down these legs, set it down here, and then this will flip down, and now you've got another little bed here. I'm not going to put the legs down.
You can put these back on for headboard.
Yeah, you can put those along the back there. So that works out pretty well too if you need some additional sleeping space. More storage above my head. We haven't even figured out what we're going to use all this storage for. I'm sure that at some point we will. The point to having this is to enjoy it, but also to see if we can stand living in this for 6 months at a time, travel the northern part of the U.S. in the summers, and maybe have a place in the Southland somewhere in Arizona or something in the winter. So a couple of other things to point out about the Grand Design. So the flooring underneath the unit is a heated enclosed underbelly. They use a ductless heating system. They call it ductless. I never really understood that because there are heat ducts, but it's a residential style system. But none of the heat registers are in the actual floor, so you don't get dirt going down inside them. The heat registers are actually built in to the cabinetry and the walls in the main living area here, in the bathroom and in the bedroom, and then the air conditioning comes out through the ceiling in various places here. So that's kind of nice. You don't have floor registers collecting dirt. You have the indoor speakers, of course, in here too. 15,000 BTU air conditioner. Again, need shore power to operate that. This is actually set up and wired for an additional air conditioning unit in the bedroom if you're traveling someplace in the summer, like in Arizona, where you need all that AC. I don't know that we will need that, but we'll see. It came with the cool little coat hooks. So it has a propane furnace. This is the carbon monoxide horn. Or something like that. Propane. Well, I said that wrong. You have to cut that part out. So coming into the bathroom here. Fairly spacious. I'm a big guy. So we both showered in here. It's nice that they built in this little skylight, both for lights and also when I stand in the shower there, my head has somewhere to go. They've got it built into the little wand here that you can cut the shower off while you're soaping up or whatever, so you're not running a bunch of water. You have to kind of learn to conserve water a little bit when you're in an RV if you're not hooked up at a full hookup, so you don't fill your tanks too quickly. Kind of a cool little feature with the shower door, which is more of a shower curtain. It actually has within the cartridge here kind of a little squeegee feature to it, so that when you open the door, it kind of squeegees the water off and it runs back into the shower. Some decent storage in here too. Shelves and a medicine cabinet. These bays here actually are so deep I can't even touch the back wall. So you can roll up towels. That's what we were doing. Stick them in here. Put skinny, narrow, long baskets or something in there. Storage underneath. We got cleaning supplies under here. 3 drawers. You know, again, we just went on one trip, so we don't have it super well stocked. There is a GFI outlet in here, a little bit of countertop space, which Debbie likes for her hair accoutrements and stuff. It's nice that we have enough room to kind of each put our own toiletries and stuff in here. And of course, there's a vent and a fan. So, zoom.
Let me get the
Towel bar.
Let me get the full effect of it.
The full effect of the towel bar.
You didn't say that that was porcelain.
Oh, yeah, it's okay. It's a porcelain porcelain toilet, which is cool, and a foot flush. There's chemical in here, but there's a foot flush over here, so you don't have to actually. Our other trailer, you had to grab a thing and squeeze it, and it was kind of right in an area that may not be as sanitary to grab. So it's kind of cool that there's a foot flush. I feel like I'm trying to sell this trailer to somebody. So, welcome to the master bedroom. So, full residential queen size bed. A lot of RVs will have an RV queen, which is, I can't remember, 6 inches narrow or something. It's a little smaller, but this is actually a full size queen. So, regular queen bedding will fit this. Windows on both sides. This is the emergency escape window here, and this is my side of the bed. So if she's bugging me too much, boom, I'm out of here. So in the bulkhead here, of course, the storage is pretty standard in an RV. They're pretty deep, lots of room. Each side of the bed has a little closet with rods. You can hang up a few things, and it's nice and deep as well. And then each side also has kind of a little built-in nightstand and a pull-out drawer. And they both sides have a power outlet, so you can plug in your phones or have a little, reading lamp or whatever. Although each side of the bed has an individual light, so that's kind of cool, not built into the overhead switch. Over here is a little built-in wardrobe. It's got 2 drawers, pretty good sized, and then this wardrobe has a motion activated light, and it's a decent sized little wardrobe area closet with a rod to hang some things up. This is vented, and we should leave these open a little bit so we don't get moisture condensating in here. We paid to have the vent covers put on too, so you can leave the vents open in the rain and not get a puddle inside. So if you want to put a TV in the bedroom, there's a backer here specifically for that, and then cable and a power outlet. We were talking last night, if we want a TV or maybe a little fan up here on the wall. I think Debbie wants a TV, but we have options, I guess, is the moral of that story. So door fully closes, so you have privacy if you do have other people in the RV with you. Okay. So I'll let you stand right there, Debbie, and kind of get a picture of the RV from the bedroom door. You get an idea of why this monster is 35.5 feet long. There you go. There you have it. 2019 Grand Design 2850 MK. Wish you were here. Whoever you may be, but you'll have to sleep there, because that's my bed in there. I sleep in there, you sleep out here.